10 traps to avoid for a wealthy life. It's acceptable to spend money on things like hair, clothing, shoes, and makeup. Eating out occasionally is also acceptable, and going out with the lads is very acceptable. Spending on these things is only problematic if you don't have a plan. Yes, there is a problem if all your money is spent on partying and flashy things. Your chances of accumulating wealth are destroyed if you spend money on those items without having a plan. It becomes a trap if you spend money on them without setting a budget and just randomly buy things from stores. The situation is even worse if you are in debt and paying for these goods with money you haven't yet earned. I've said it numerous times on our YouTube channel. Life is meant to be lived. Denying oneself comforts and pleasures is a short-term answer to your financial problems. You must strike a balance. You require a functional budget. You must be aware of the 10 rich life traps. Brain Grain Universe will help you find this balance. Keep an eye out for these 10 rich life traps to avoid the most common blunders people make. Rich life trap number 1. Rich does not have to be synonymous with fancy. Rich has to be synonymous with luxurious. Really? Not at all. Rich does not have to be synonymous with fancy. It could indicate a variety of things: greater family time, increased security and safety, more freedom and fun, less stress. You should determine what rich means to you. Avoid falling for the cliches about money that society has loaded. Write down what rich means to you in order to avoid it. Include it in your vision for your rich life, which will show you how to avoid those traps to design your rich life. At least once a year, revisit your definition and adjust it as your thinking develops. Rich life trap number 2. It's a pity to live a smaller life than you have to. What a tragedy it would be to realize in your older years that you had led a life that was less than what was necessary. You tried to save costs at Target by doing so, but it was ineffective. You were hesitant to get a second appetizer. However, you could have purchased any appetizer you desired. Do you want to agonize about spending your entire life only to reach the age of 70 and have 6 million in the bank? Even at 70, would you know what to do with that type of money? Too many of my readers end up in a situation where they saved and saved but never learned the skill of spending. How to avoid it? Start learning how to spend your money. I know that sounds weird, but we're taught that spending is bad and saving is everything. But if you never learn how to spend your money well without guilt or worry, in a way that drives your rich life, you'll end up shortchanging yourself in the long run. Rich life trap number 3. The majority of life advice begins with no. Yes is the first step towards a rich life. However, the majority of life advice is predicted on limitation. No, you can't purchase coffee from Starbucks. No, you can't go on vacation. No, you shouldn't want a new job. Just be happy you have one. According to me, living a rich life starts with deciding that this is what you want from life. Yes, I can earn and save enough money to accomplish it with a little help. I can work hard to achieve my rich life while also being thankful for what I have now. Get the big wins right. If you do, you'll almost never need to worry about minutiae like, can I afford this appetizer, or should I spend $3.50 on this mocha? Rich life trap number 4. Watch out for the negativity vortex. Each day, I receive dozens of emails like this. When I ask someone what their rich life entails, they'll frequently begin by mentioning a few broad concepts such as independence or travel. They then immediately begin discussing everything they do not want. I don't want to have to become a slave to my desk. Or, it's not like I need to drive a Porsche. Talking about what we don't want is far easier than figuring out what we truly do want. So that spirals into an addictive vortex. In reality, It only stops our development while giving us the impression that we are in control. Concentrate on what you do want to prevent, then continue to do that. The best way to do that is to learn your personal money dials and lean into them. Rich life trap number 5. Beware of the endless search for advanced tips. So many individuals look for high-end solutions to avoid doing the hard work of gradually improving. It's simpler to imagine winning the Boston Marathon than it is to jog for 10 minutes every morning. Sometimes the most advanced thing you can do is to get the basics right on a consistent basis. Start today, strive for the 85% solution, then continue living your life as normal. Rich life trap number 6. Over-focusing on one area of your life. Many people become heads down in one area of their lives, frequently employment or saving, and neglect other areas of their lives. Years or even decades may pass while there is still misalignment. The danger is that you won't be able to focus on other aspects of your life when you've succeeded in that area years from now. You won't have acquired the abilities to succeed in other endeavors. You won't be able to see your error and acknowledge it because of the cognitive dissonance caused by realizing how many opportunities you missed. Are there areas that are notably lacking or missing in your life right now? How can you start exploring those areas now, even in small ways? Comment down below. Rich life trap number 7. Not turning the page. Your goal for a rich life should evolve throughout time. Does your idea of a rich life change as you mature, achieve success, and grow older? For example, when I was in my 20s, my idea of a rich life was to be able to order a round of drinks guilt-free. More recent trends include tipping lavishly and staying at luxurious hotels. How to avoid it? Make time to review and update your rich life vision at least once a year. Ask yourself, how have my goals and vision changed over the past year? What am I excited to add? What do I no longer care about? Then, change your goals, commitments, and schedules to match your new vision. And do it without guilt. It's actually quite freeing to let go of old goals that no longer appeal to you and to make space for your new goals and interests. Rich life trap number 8. Surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Nobody achieves their rich life all alone. You are the average of the 5 people you are closest to, as Jim Rohn once said. How much time do you spend with whom? Do they frequently complain? Do they brag about their savings and frugality? Do they have a goal for their rich lives along with a strategy to get there? Make a list of the 5 people you are closest to. Now ask yourself, are they positive, encouraging forces in your life? Rich life trap number 9. Relying on credit cards and other expensive debt. Relying on debt to support their way of life is another typical middle-class behavior. Credit cards with high interest rates, vehicle loans, and mortgage loans fall under this category. While this can help you keep up appearances, it can also quickly erode any wealth you've built. Debt and interest burdens prevent you from achieving financial success, according to Angela Johnson, founder and senior advisor at Wathen Financial Advisors. You don't become wealthy by repaying loans and credit card debt. Rather, you make those businesses wealthy. With a total balance of $1.03 trillion, the United States has one of the highest, if not the highest, credit card debts in the entire globe. One of the quickest ways to erase any financial progress you've made is through credit card debt. Many middle-class people frequently use high-interest credit cards that they cannot afford to pay off completely each month to support their way of life, according to Sexton. As a result, unless you're able to pay off your credit card balance in full each month, credit card debt is probably keeping you from reaching your financial goals. My motto is, it's always better to earn interest than pay interest, says the entrepreneur. Rich life trap number 10. tapping into digital loans. Customers who are 35 years old or younger make up a significant portion of those using fintech platforms. Borrowing money has gotten a lot easier, according to Santosh Joseph, the founder and CEO of Germinate Investor Services. People start off with smaller sums and end up getting drawn into a whirlwind of mounting debt. The loans aren't inexpensive though. They have usurious interest rates that are frequently far higher than those of a credit card. Some online loan apps covertly bury harsh payback conditions that force you to make payments far sooner than they previously agreed. Sooner or later, the borrower falls into a debt trap. If one can't repay the entire amount, one is asking for trouble. In addition to the dues, severe penalties are imposed. If payments aren't made, fintech lenders unleash a horde of recovery agents. There have been several reports of blackmail and humiliation used in harassment. Prableen Bajpai, the founder of FinFix Research and Analytics, complains our propensity to seek fast pleasure is sometimes used against us. Installing lending apps on your phone can frequently be harmful in and of itself. You may give them access to all the information on it, including your contacts, photos, and videos, with just one tap. With this access, the lender can later use the same apps to annoy you into paying back debts. The stored data can also be misused in other ways. What would it look like to spend more time with someone else and less time with any who aren't? You don't need to criticize or break up with them. Imagine, though, how different your life may be if you simply began to spend less time with negative people and more time with positive ones. Small adjustments like this have a cumulative effect that can transform your viewpoint as well as your life, happiness, and energy levels. Create your own picture of a rich life. You need to start with a vision in order to escape these frequent rich life traps and live your own special rich life. Thank you, Brain Grain family. If you like this video, then do like the video and subscribe to the channel immediately. And if there is any topic on which you want to see our video, then do let us know by commenting. See you soon with another amazing video.